friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Reneé. Today's video is going to be focused on Yin Yoga for Digestion. So, whether you got a little minor tummy ache or you've got something going on in the gut, you're not sure what this feeling is or what's going on, it might just be your digestive tract needs a little bit of help. This is not a cure-all. Of course, if you do have any gastrointestinal issues or if you do have any issues with digestion, you should still be seeing a physician. I don't think you'll need any props, but for this, I would say at best, maybe you would want a block, just in case you feel like you might need it. Other than that, grab your mat, maybe grab some water, and I'll see you on the mat. Alright, soulmates, we're going to start standing. Get a nice wide stance, maybe feet a little bit wider than the hips. And you're going to come into Malasana, a nice deep squat. Your toes, you can't see them here, but your toes are slightly turned out. So don't worry about trying to keep the toes facing forward completely. Let your heels come in a little bit and let the toes turn out towards the corners of the mat. And you see me using my elbows as well to not only keep myself upright, we don't want to curl the spine over and feel like we're struggling to hold this squat. So you can use your elbows to kind of push against the insides of the knees. Not only does that create a greater stretch for the groin as you're pushing those knees away, but it also helps give you a little bit more stability if this is a tougher pose for you. Now, I did say you could grab a block if you wanted to. This would be a moment where if this is just really intense and you feel like you can't hold it, you might just want to take the second level of your block and just plop your bum on there to help you sustain the pose for the time that we're going to be here. So continue to breathe, and I'll come back when we're ready for the next pose.
To have a friend I thought I could depend on, but what happened towards the end left me punctured and bleeding. God left in dust, so who can I trust when friends become foes and it's so hard to find a way to rise and be alright. Still don't know much, but now just enough to understand that some roads will be rough. Don't lose that girl.
Awesome. Go ahead and make your way to a nice comfortable seat, crossing the legs in front. And all you're going to do here is a simple square pose. Just reach the hands out in front of you as far as you can reach them. Now remember, this is Yin Yoga. I'm going to sound like a broken record in every video, but for anyone who's new or doesn't know what Yin Yoga is, you should never feel like you are reaching for, the deeper depths of life in any of the poses that we do. You should always feel like you're about maybe 5 or 6 out of 10 in terms of the sensation and stretch that you're feeling. You also don't want to feel nothing, but you want to get into what you would consider as a sweet spot that you can hold. So right here, all I'm going to ask of you is to just gently start to walk your hands back to the center. And then you're going to switch the foot that is in front. So just change out whatever foot is in front, switch it with the other. And then you're going to go right back into the remainder of the time we have right back into that pose with the other foot in front. It might feel slightly different on this side. It might feel drastically different on this side. Honor what you're feeling and just continue to breathe. Awesome. Slowly walk your hands back to the center of the body, sitting upright. And we're going to swing the legs out in front of us, sitting up nice and tall, energy all the way up through the crown of the head. And start to walk your hands out in front of you. Each hand is just placed on the side of the leg. And what I like to do in caterpillar pose, in this beautiful forward fold, is to turn the palms up. The reason I turn the palms up is it creates this lack of needing to pull myself closer, or to grab the bottoms of my feet, or to grab my ankles, or to feel like I need to pull myself deeper into the stretch. It is okay to round the spine here. It's okay to drop the head. If you do have a block, you are welcome to take the block in between your legs and just rest your forehead there if you feel like you'd rather a little support. You're gonna start to slowly roll yourself up out of the pose. Last thing up is the head. Shift your body so that you can come on to your back, pulling the knees to the chest for a nice reclined child's pose. You can even rock a little bit if you feel like you need a little bit of a massage, or you can just stay right where you are. You can grip the opposite elbows if you need. Grip whatever you feel is able to help you pull your knees as close as you can towards the chest. Remember to still focus on a nice big inhale and nice long exhales. Notice if you're clenching your jaw, if you're scowling, and just let that go. You might even start to hear little sounds from your tummy, little digestion sounds, and that's totally cool, totally normal. Don't be embarrassed. We're all human. And with the poses that we're focused on today, we're doing a lot of folding and twisting of the midsection, so that's only bound to happen. Keeping your knees exactly where they are, we're going to just find a nice supine twist. So all you need to do is let your feet and your knees fall over to the right side of your body, opening up the arms nice and wide. You can look towards the ceiling, or you can look towards that left arm. If you feel like you want to place a block in between your knees, you're welcome to do that, depending on what your hip flexibility is looking like. Sometimes that knee does not just naturally collapse over that bottom knee. So if you just want a little support there so you don't have to feel like you're fighting or straining at all in the pose, just grab a block, place it in between there. Or you can place a block underneath that bottom knee and just rise yourself up off of the ground a little bit, just so there's a little bit less distance between both knees. Go ahead and take the knees back to the center, and then do the exact same thing and let the knees fall to the opposite side, keeping the arms nice and wide and looking in whatever direction you need, whether it's to the ceiling or opposite arm. Bring the legs back to the center, use a little bit of that core, and then just allow yourself to find Savasana. Wiggle around, take up space, get comfortable. You can place the palms up towards the ceiling, or you can flip the palms down towards your mat. Whatever you're feeling, if you're in the mood of grounding, you're welcome to lay the palms flat. If you're in the mood to receive and take in good energy, palms up. Alright, soulmates, start to find some movement in the fingers and the toes and the ankles, and maybe even stretch the arms above your head if you feel it. Start to roll onto one side, whichever side you would like. And make your way up to a nice, comfortable seated position. Just take in how you feel for a moment. Big inhale, sealing all of this energy that you've created in this sequence. Exhale, heart center. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope that this flow helped in some way or just made you feel good. Be well, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next video.